Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. As the 2024 MotoGP season nears its dramatic conclusion, Marc Marquez, racing this year with Gresini on a year-old Ducati, offers insight into his impressive yet challenging season. Despite his own strong performances, he acknowledges the exceptional skill of championship contenders Pecco Bagnaia and Jorge Martín. The Malaysian MotoGP race has set the stage for an electrifying season finale, with Ducati boss Gigi Dall'Igna praising the intense showdown between Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martín. Here's the full report on Dall'Igna's reflections after the Sepang Grand Prix. The MotoGP championship is heating up as Jorge Martín reflects on his recent battle with Francesco Bagnaia. With the championship on the line at Montmeló, Martín shares his thoughts on the competition and the new generation of riders. As the MotoGP season approaches its finale, Pole Espargaro offers his insights on the championship battle and the upcoming race at Montmeló. With Marc Marquez, Jorge Martín, and Pecco Bagnaia in contention, excitement is building. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. After an impressive comeback season with Gresini, Marc Marquez recently reflected on the factors influencing his campaign. While he's experienced multiple race victories, Marquez admitted that it isn't solely about the bike when competing against top rivals like Bagnaia and Martín. He said, "He cannot match what Jorge and Pecco are doing. They are doing something extra, it's not just the bike." Quote from Simon Crafar. Marquez has faced hurdles, especially during Saturday qualifying, a known Achilles heel this season. Despite these difficulties, he's consistently outperformed other riders on the GP23, proving that his unique skill continues to elevate his results. But Marc was brilliant in the races. While Marquez has showcased exceptional skill, the championship is firmly in the hands of Bagnaia and Martín, who will face off in Barcelona. With a 24-point lead, Promax Jorge Martín can clinch the title if he wins the sprint race, concluding his remarkable season as the first rider to secure a championship with a satellite team. As the season finale approaches, Marquez is poised to participate in the final sprint and Grand Prix, now scheduled in Barcelona due to severe flooding in Valencia. Though he could theoretically impact the championship battle, Marquez has downplayed his potential influence. He's laughed off the idea that he could play a significant role in the title fight, yet he's likely to continue battling at the front with Bagnaia and Martín. Crafar concluded. Marquez's journey with Ducati will take another exciting turn next year, as he joins the factory team alongside Bagnaia and moves from the GP23 to the latest spec bike. Meanwhile, Martín is set to switch to Aprilia, bringing new dynamics to the 2025 grid. Marquez's 2024 season has underscored his resilience and racing talent, even with year-old machinery. As the final showdown approaches, MotoGP fans are eager to see whether he'll leave a mark on the title battle. The circuit to Barcelona awaits what promises to be an electrifying finish to the season. The dramatic battle between Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martín in Sepang reignited Bagnaia's title hopes, with his victory pushing the championship fight to the final race. Gigi Dall'Igna praised both riders, calling it one of the most nail-biting duels in MotoGP history, especially on a physically demanding track like Sepang. Pecco and Jorge honored the World Championship today in the way only true champions can. They elevated our sport with the mutual respect and loyalty they displayed towards each other, even while fighting fiercely for the lead. Quote from Gigi Dall'Igna, Ducati course boss. Dall'Igna highlighted the camaraderie between Bagnaia and Martín, describing how they showed genuine sportsmanship and mutual admiration at Park from after the race. Both riders exchanged high fives and laughter, an emotional moment that symbolized not only their bond but also Ducati's competitive spirit and dedication. "We are incredibly proud of our riders. Watching them embrace and share lighthearted comments was a wonderful end to a fantastic day of racing. They embody the dedication and teamwork that defines Ducati." According to Dall'Igna, the high temperatures and relentless pace added to the pressure, particularly on Bagnaia, who needed to win to keep his championship hopes alive. Meanwhile, Martin pushed himself to the limit, despite the risks, in his bid to maintain the lead. Both Pecco and Jorge raced with no hesitation, either willing to give an inch. They wanted to stay ahead, fully aware of the stakes. In the end, Bagnaia's determination won out, securing him crucial points and his 10th GP win of the season, a record that places him among the sport's all-time greats. The final round in Barcelona promises to be a true celebration for Ducati fans. Bagnaia's triumph means Ducati heads into the last race with both riders still at the top of their game, and a thrilling season finale on the horizon. This will be a Ducati celebration as much as it is a championship one. Our two champions have shown not only a shared bike but a shared philosophy, teamwork, and the winning way that defines Ducati course, Dall'Igna concluded. With the final race just days away, all eyes are on Barcelona, where Ducati's two stars will compete in one last, exhilarating showdown. Jorge Martín finished a strong second in Sepang, acknowledging the challenge posed by Bagnaia. Despite his desire to win, Martín recognized that his rival was simply better on that day. The truth is that I have learned not to rush. Pecco was better, and it is difficult to beat him when he is in these days. Quote from Jorge Martín. The battle between Martín and Bagnaia was fierce yet respectful. Martín emphasized the importance of maintaining space on the track to avoid accidents, showcasing the sportsmanship between the two competitors. There is always a lot of respect. Although we are very aggressive in order to win, we always keep a millimeter of space so that there are no problems. As a rider who races based on instinct, Martín expressed his frustration at being unable to secure a victory despite multiple overtaking attempts. He analyzed the difficulties of passing Bagnaia, particularly under race conditions. I wanted to overtake. But Pecco is strong under braking and responds immediately to attacks. Martín reflected on the shift in MotoGP narratives, noting the transition from past legends to the current rivalry between himself and Bagnaia. He expressed pride in competing against a champion, and acknowledged the significance of their battles for the sport. We are a new generation. Today we talk about Martín and Bagnaia. This makes me happy and proud. With the championship at stake, Martín is focused on the upcoming race. He emphasized the importance of a calm mindset and strategic tire choices as he prepares to take on the challenging Montmeló circuit. You have to be cool and calm. If you go out on track without thinking about what can happen, you run the risk of making mistakes. Jorge Martín's insights illustrate the competitive spirit driving the 2024 MotoGP season. As he gears up for Montmeló, fans can expect another thrilling chapter in this evolving rivalry with Bagnaia. Will Martín seize the opportunity to edge closer to the championship, or will Bagnaia's experience prevail? The stage is set for an unforgettable showdown. Pol Espargaro took to DAZN to dissect the recent race in Malaysia. Despite not contending for the title, he emphasized the fierce competition among the frontrunners, particularly highlighting the performances of Martín, Bagnaia, and Marquez. Jorge Martín, Pecco Bagnaia, and Marc Marquez were the ones fighting for podium positions. Quote from Pol Espargaro. With the championship concluding at Montmeló, Espargaro reflected on the venue's significance. He noted that both Martín and Bagnaia have extensive experience on this track, which could play a crucial role in their performances. The weather conditions are expected to be colder than during the summer, which could impact tire performance. Espargaro pointed out the importance of strategic tire choices for the upcoming race. Both riders are doing very well in Barcelona. They have ridden a lot there too and have a lot of experience. With those temperatures, I don't think those tires will work half as well as they did when we were there this summer. Espargaro mentioned that other riders, such as Alex Espargaro on the Aprilia, could emerge as significant challengers in Barcelona, despite some inconsistent performances earlier in the season. Evaluating the performance of different brands, Espargaro noted that the 2024 Ducati has been notably strong compared to Marquez's 2023 model, suggesting a competitive edge for the Ducati riders. Let's remember that Alex Espargaro can play an important role in Barcelona. There has been a big difference between all the factories here. The 2024 Ducatis have performed much better than Marquez's 2023. Reflecting on the thrilling overtakes in Malaysia, Espargaro marveled at the speed and competitiveness between Martín and Bagnaia, which kept fans on the edge of their seats. Espargaro shared insights into Marquez's expectations of Martín's aggressive racing style, noting that he was pleasantly surprised by Martín's tenacity during the race. The speed that these two riders had this weekend was unstoppable. I think we all expected him to be a bit more docile. Jorge is a fighter who does not give up, Pol concluded. Pol Espargaro's analysis sets the stage for an exciting showdown in Barcelona. As the championship race heats up, fans eagerly anticipate how the dynamics between Martín, Bagnaia, and Marquez will unfold on home turf. Will Martín capitalize on his advantage, or will Bagnaia and Marquez prove too strong? The final race promises to be a thrilling spectacle. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.